Alright, welcome back. Uh, I've got a super controversial take here. This is gonna give me a lot of hate. This might be the last video you hear from me for a while, but I think this needs to be said. I like ads. I like ads. I like being shown ads for products that I most likely will never buy. Here's why, okay? Outside of like the Super Bowl where they intentionally make ads fun, when you're watching like a movie, okay, on TV, or you're watching a TV show that maybe has like longer episodes like The Walking Dead, whenever you get ads, that's like the perfect. It's like imagine if like like you go to a movie theater and it's like a really long movie and they like have like an intermission where they're like, all right, go take a piss, go get some more popcorn, grab another drink. It's like that, but it's at home and it's for your living room and it's for whatever you're doing. You're like, well, why don't you pause it? And then you can go, and it's like, well, yeah, but sometimes you're watching with people, and it's like they don't always have to go take a shit when you gotta take a shit. So it's not like I'm gonna pause it, and then we're gonna go take shits, and then we'd have to take turns, because we're probably sharing a bathroom. And it's just, it's not, you know what I mean? So when you go on break, it's like, all right, I'm gonna go get another glass of Sprite, you know what I mean? Grab some more chips, grab some snacks, right? Maybe just get up, just do a couple stretches, you know what I mean? Something, anything. And I don't think that gets enough appreciation. I think now you hear about ads and everybody starts thinking about YouTube. And I'll admit, YouTube's an interesting one, right? Because ads, you need ads to make money on YouTube. Nobody likes watching ads. And they fucked up by making ads like a thing that was like kind of temporary, but then they became mandatory, and then you used to be able to just kind of skip them, and then we got too good at skipping ads, so they had to make it harder to skip ads. And then they just had to make ads like not really that skippable altogether, and yeah, it just sucks. It sucks that that's what's happening. But I think my point is that outside of YouTube, I like ads. I think ads are great. I think ads are necessary. Yes, they've always been kind of annoying, but I think there's like a nice kind of nostalgia when it comes to ads. With that being said, ads suck ass. There's no good ads anymore. You remember the ads they used to come out with? I'll give you a great example. You remember the pig with the pinwheel?
Wait, wait, wait! Wait!
Max.
Wait, wait, wait!
Maxwell!
Yeah?
You're home.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mrs. A.
I think it was a Doritos ads. He was just out the window and he's just like, woo, yeah. Everybody was like, hey, yeah, that's awesome. We like this guy. Remember that? Remember when ads used to be like that? That's great. It wasn't just like one time a year where they could guarantee that people were going to be paying attention, they would actually try. It was at all times of the year that they would actually try to make good ads. And now, most ads suck. The worst part about most ads is that they just use like popular songs, some songs that I even do still enjoy today, and they just ruin it. They just fucking ruin it. Like we have guys who have made entire careers out of making different songs out of songs that already exist. They're called parodies, and most of the time they're funny, and most of the time they're great. But whenever a commercial decides they're going to do a parody for their product, they can't try a little bit harder. They can't hire maybe those people who have made the careers out of making joke versions of serious songs. You know what I mean? And it's sad. I think that's, if you're a musician and you actually make it, that's got to be the worst part of your career. Like, what's going to happen to Drake when he's 90 and you hear Hotline Bling in like a fucking Doritos commercial? You know what I mean? Or it's like an onion ring commercial and they're like, Hotline Ring. I don't know what I don't listen to the song. But look, the point is, sorry, I didn't mean to cough directly in the microphone. The point is, it sucks. They just don't try with ads anymore. I would like ads. I think everybody would like ads. Especially on YouTube, if they were just actual fucking ads. You know what I mean? Like, I think the biggest problem with YouTube ads isn't even the ads themselves. It's what they allow to be ads on their platform. If I got professional made a large variety of ads, every time an ad was shown on YouTube, I probably wouldn't hate it as much. And I think a good chunk of the people on YouTube also probably wouldn't hate it as much if they were shown like meaningful, engaging ads, right? You're trying to sell me a product, but most ads nowadays just feel like you're trying to remind me that you exist. I don't give a fuck. I'll remember you exist when I go to the grocery store, but you have to try and convince me to remember that you exist before I get to the grocery store. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen. It gets largely ignored, and I think that's partly why ads have gotten so bad, because when they did come on, people did treat it as like an intermission for whatever you were doing. Once the ads came on, that was the perfect time to get up and fucking, go smoke a cigarette or take a piss or grab something to drink. It was never about watching the ads. But the thing is that when you did watch the ads, they were great. They were great fucking ads. You had another great one that comes to mind, the Kia rats. Remember the Kia rats? Remember how insane that looked? I was like, what the fuck? These rats are driving a Kia and the Kia looks like a square? What? But I remember that ad still to this day. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like, it didn't have any celebrities. It didn't have any stupid, it wasn't the Super Bowl. It was just like a Tuesday, you know what I mean? And these ads were on, like after America's Got Talent, And they could still be doing that. They definitely could still be making way better ads, and they're just not doing that for whatever reason. They just we're not worthy of the good ad, and they gotta be out there. Ah, man, it's getting bad too, because it's like, how much of it is AI now? Just AI garbage. Why am I seeing Ice Spice in an ad for a brand? Why does that brand even have ads? The ad space in general is trash. And so what we now have is low-budget companies coming out with low-budget slop for advertisement. A lot of times that's AI or just blatant, like, half-naked, most of the time women, you know what I mean, to promote whatever product they have. For a while, when Cameo, right, they were just paying celebrities to, like, third-party endorse their space. I don't even know how that works. It's weird, but it was kind of being used that way for a little bit. I particularly remember this one Snoop Dogg. It was Snoop Dogg's Cameo, but he was promoting like a bingo game. I don't know if I can find it. I probably won't be able to, but it was funny. I was like, damn, they got Snoop. That sucks, bro. What else, man? I mean, I just feel like the ad space in general, like, it could improve. It doesn't fall on the fault of the consumer. They act as if consumers have always hated ads, and while that is partly true, they could be doing so much more to make them so much more entertaining for us to even give a shit. Like, I would probably be more likely to buy Pepsi. Well, no, not, well, fuck it. Well, we won't talk about Pepsi, but like, if Apple had better advertising, I probably wouldn't hate them as much. You know what I mean? But every Apple ad is just like so like stuck up. You don't have a cock if you don't own Apple. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's lame. But if Apple had an ad that was like a guy holding a phone, he was like, man, I wonder why these I don't know. Just I'll try to riff something here. Just give me a minute. If there's an ad, this guy was like using an Apple phone, and he's like, I wonder why they call these things an Apple. And then another guy comes up and he's like, well, it's because you can bite into your iPhone. And he's like, huh? What do you mean I can bite my iPhone? He's like, yeah, if you bite into it, it will sound like you're biting an apple, like those drinks? And he's like, oh, really? And then this guy bites into his phone, and he like bites into it like real good and hard, and straight up just bites a chunk of his iPhone off, and there's like wires hanging out and like the microchip and shit, and he's just like, bro, this tastes nothing and sounds nothing like I'm eating an apple. And he's like, yeah, bro, I was just joking. I didn't think you were gonna actually take a chunk out of your iPhone. He's like, well, what am I gonna do with this iPhone now? And then the ad is like, iPhone 13 coming out next month, right? Like, I would probably be like, oh, that's kind of funny, I might buy that. So it's like, why, like, they stopped trying. Why did they stop trying? That's my question. They didn't have to stop trying. They chose to stop trying. And now look where we are. Now I gotta watch these lame-ass AI ads every time I want to watch any YouTube video. And the worst part, they could at least just show me different ads, right? Why do I have to watch the same ad 80 fucking times before I'll see a different ad. And then when I see a different ad, I've already seen that one 30 times. Just show me, like, there's enough ads out there that you could be showing me a different ad every fucking time I play a video. I know this to be true. I'm not guessing. I don't even need to research it. I just know it exists. There are enough ads that you could fucking show me a different ad every time you show me an ad. But of course that's not how that works, because why would it be that simple? And so basically all I'm saying is that, like, ads are not bad. There is supposed to be a way that I learn about a product and maybe I'll consider buying it, but not with the fucking way that they've been doing it, not with the way that YouTube's been doing their ads, and even the ads on TV now. It's like, what is this fucking slop? What is this garbage, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what do you want? You want me to buy your product because you have 8 different races in your ads? I don't fucking care. I didn't care when it was just white people. What makes you think changing the race is all of a sudden gonna, oh shit, I should buy this product now? What the fuck does that, no, that's not how that fucking works. Like, it's just disappointing, but we'll figure it out. I gotta stay optimistic. I think the whole point of this channel is to be optimistic and to encourage people that, you know, in all the bullshit, it's still us. It's still, we're still, you know, the dominant part of the world. You know, the good guys, there's a lot more of us than there are bad guys. The only difference is that the bad guys are loud and annoying, and they're willing to waste much more of their lives for just that much more profit. That's just how they work. They suck. And we'll have to figure it out eventually, how we, like, keep them docile and stop fucking everything up for the rest of us. But until then, we just gotta talk. We just gotta converse, and the conversation will get louder. More people will start to think, and that's what matters. That's what's important. But also, if you make ads for a living, make them better. Just hire a writer. Learn to write yourself. Learn to be funny. Something. Anything. Just please, you know what I mean? I want to enjoy your ads. Just quit making them so fucking unbearable. And that's all I got. Have a good one, folks.